Hi everyone, happy Direct Day. So today we had a partner Direct showcase. Like usual with these live events, I'll be putting out a whole full-length podcast episode with an introduction to my thoughts, aftermath reactions, and full breakdown discussion. But this takes time to render and upload with my current slow internet connection. So I'm putting out this clip first. It's my literal live reactions to just the Direct itself. If you want to hear the full show and more detailed discussion of all the individual games included afterwards, please consider subscribing if you haven't already, and if you have, thank you very much. And it should be available for you in a few hours, we hope. You can also find the show on Spotify and other audio platforms if you prefer, and don't forget you can join our free members area at linktree/dailyswitch2, where you can chat with me, and I'm running a free competition to win some fun official Nintendo prizes. That's linktr.ee/dailyswitch2. I truly hope to see you there. Don't forget to drop a like to let me know you appreciate me covering each and every one of these events, and leave me a comment to let me know what you thought of the event and which games you're most looking forward to. Now, on with the live reaction. Thanks everyone. Let's go! This really is very pretty. I like how the music and the sound effects of the block are kind of in time with the percussions of the music too. The trouble is to be honest, I'm nearly falling asleep here. I stayed up for all night getting my top 10 video done. Nintendo, don't make me fall asleep. Oh, 30 seconds. Right, good. Hopefully we can get a little bit less easy listening, relaxed ASMR video-y and get some tempo in here. Something exciting to wake me up. Give me Silk Song or give me death. No, I honestly don't expect Silk Song. 5, 4, 3. Oh yes, the music's hyping up. Love it. Hello. Yep. So all the little blocks are going to form the Nintendo Direct logo, aren't they? Yeah, there we go. That's what I thought. At first I thought they were like Tetris blocks, but no, there were more. There were more than 4, weren't there? It's obviously going to form this Nintendo. This is very nicely rendered. Very pretty. I think that's a new logo, isn't it? They didn't have that last time. What game is going to be first? Well, this looks pretty. I like the pinky purpley colours. Impressive graphics. Lots of particles going on there. We have a dinosaur. Okay, Capcom presents. Right, so this is a Monster Hunter game. Now, I don't know too much about Monster Hunter. I have played some of the games. Is this Monster Hunter Stories, or is it a Monster Hunter RPG? Because I'll be honest, I'm more interested at this time in my life in a Monster Hunter Stories game. It all went a bit Panzer Dragoon there for a bit, didn't it? Love me some Panzer Dragoon, especially SaGa. Fantastic RPG there. I think there's been 2 so far, so this presumably is Stories 3, if it is Stories. Yeah, it looks more plot based than the kind of grindier RPGs of Monster Hunter tend to be. That's not a slight against Monster Hunter, but it is more of a kind of hack and slash, isn't it? Yeah, Monster Hunter Stories 3, Twisted Reflection. Ooh. Now, I haven't played Stories 1 and 2, but I've heard that they're very good. Do I have to play 1 and 2 before I play 3, or is it a standalone story? 2026. Okay, so no release date, but next year. Cool. I'm interested. Color me interested. I love dinosaurs, and I love big monsters and things, dragons, and yeah. And that looked really nice. I think that game's out on PS5 as well, I assume. So I know the the 1 and 2 have been on PS5, so to have it on the Switch 2 and looking as nice as it does, so I'm talking but trying to listen at the same time, it looks really nice. Let me know in the comments, do I need to play 1 and 2, or can I just jump straight in with 3? Right, okay, so this is smart, so we're gonna be able to see whether a game is coming with an actual Switch 2 version, or a Switch 1 version only, or only Switch 2. Obviously, we're hoping for some Switch 2 exclusives. Oh, Katamari! Love me some Katamari. Yes, yes, yes. A brand new game in the Katamari Damacy series. Once Upon a Katamari. I think it was only Switch 1 as far as the logos that were shown, which is a shame. I like this moving through the ages, and it's really cool how the HUD updates to fit whatever age you're in throughout history. Online play, that's cool. I do notice some frame rate issues here, which is a shame. I hope we get a Switch 2 version or an upgrade, or just better performance on the Switch 2. Oh nice, that's really cool. That's really cool. So we've got brand new music, but they've brought back a lot of the old artists from previous soundtracks. That's great. Yeah, on the Switch 1, that's a shame. October 24th. October 24th, and you can pre-order now. Cool. If there is a physical version, I will definitely pick it up. Even if it's Switch 1 only, I'll get a physical. Oh, yay! Yay, Just Dance. It's crazy this is still going all these years later. Remember, these games were enormous on the Wii. I remember when my kids were young, you know, we'd go to Halloween parties and Christmas parties and things, and people's houses, they always had a Wii and Just Dance. Is it me, though? In the old games, it used to be like a white silhouette of people dancing, like the opposite of the Apple adverts, the Apple iPod adverts, right? But now they've added this kind of, now they're just white people with black makeup. Is it me, or does it look really creepy? Yeah, see, if the graphics were like this, if the graphics were cartoon, I would find it a lot more interesting. I'm not against musical games. I just find the style so, it's, ugh. October 14th, it's Switch 1 only, so what a shame. What a shame I won't have to cover it on my podcast. Oh dear, oh shucks. Dragon Ball? Or Dragon Ball Z? Or just Dragon Ball? I'm not sure. Fighting spirit in Dragon Ball Sparking Zero, the latest in the Arena Battler series. Arena Battling. Dragon Ball Sparking with an exclamation mark 0. Wow, over 185. That's crazy. Right, so this is basically the whole of Dragon Ball then, isn't it? You can... Yeah, so you can kind of recreate battles from various episodes throughout the history of the series. Yeah, and it's got different art styles of like the classic and the newest art. That's kind of cool. And you can make your own scenarios, you can mix old dialogue, you can mix and match characters from different series, different stages and backgrounds. I must admit, I haven't watched Dragon Ball in many years, not since the late 90s probably. But yeah, for a diehard fan, this, I don't know, I mean, let me know what you think, but this looks like it could be like the ultimate kind of Dragon Ball game. It looks pretty sick. And yeah, Switch 2. I assume we were looking at the Switch 2 version because those graphics looked really nice. Available November 14th. Sweet. Another. Oh, Plants vs. Zombies. Back to Your Roots. Is it a remake of the first one? I really liked the first one. I got really into it on mobile phones. And I remember being very disappointed by the second one, because, at least at the time when it launched, it seemed like it was microtransaction heavy and basically kind of pay to win. Maybe I just needed to get good, but yeah, no, it seemed like it was less puzzly and more pay to win. Yeah, looks like he's remastering. Yeah. Okay, let's be honest, those graphics don't actually look much better, but I liked how it was in the first place. If this is a full release copy, if the full game comes on the box, or even a game key card, but comes in a box, yeah, I'll buy this for old time's sake, because I loved the first Plants vs. Zombies game. It's a genuine fun little kind of puzzle. Switch 2 version, and it's October 23rd. Nice, another game coming out this year that I'm vaguely interested in, yes. If it's physical, yes please. And obviously this is what used to be called FIFA Soccer, and now is EA FC. I'm not a big football guy, but I really did get into the first FIFA game when it came out in like 93, 94. And since then, seems to be about once every 5 years I get into a FIFA game. So maybe the Switch 2 is my time to jump back on the horse. September 26th, okay. Re-Pac! Re-Pac, oh please be Pac-Man World 2. Yes! Okay, Game of the Direct, I'm calling it now. Oh, I love this game so much. And Re-Pac of Pac-Man World 1 was really cool. I really enjoyed that. The remake is kind of ground up remake, and I thought they did a really good job. This looks great. Please, please have a dedicated Switch 2 version, and please release a boxed version. Boxed version, something I can have on my shelf. Please, Pac-Man. Please, Namco. Yes, yes, yes! Physical copy for Switch 2, and physical copy for Switch 1. September 26th. Okay, sick. Oh man, whatever comes next, I'm sorry, I'm still going to be talking about Pac-Man. Oh, it looks like Final Fantasy Tactics. That's cool, that's cool. I like Final Fantasy. I'm not a tactics RPG guy though, as I've said before, I'm sorry. But yeah, that's cool. I know it's considered a good game, but oh man, Pac-Man World 2. Yes. Oh, I am so hyped for that. That's so cool. Just in my last episode, I did a kind of quick overview of Shadow Labyrinth, and I felt really guilty because I love Pac-Man, but I could not gel with that game. Pac-Man World 2, on the other hand, that is, to me, one of the best Pac-Man games ever. And Final Fantasy Tactics, available September the 30th. It's got a Switch 2 version, and it says it's physical, so if the whole game is on the cartridge, that might be my first Final Fantasy Tactics game that I actually bother trying to play. Persona 3? Yeah, I'm sure there's going to be some people who are really excited that Persona 3 is coming to Switch 2. This looks like it's running pretty well. I find it difficult to get excited about Persona 3. I mean, it's been played to death, but if you haven't played it, it's a great game. The performance looked nice, so that's cool. It's good to have it on the system. October 23rd, and a physical copy, and it's Switch 2 only. I mean, I feel like that was an underreaction from me there, but genuinely, if you haven't played it before, it's a great game. It's an old game. Please take a look at this. Usually means something big. Oh, Zelda. So this is Hyrule Warriors. What was it? Hyrule Warriors 3, the third one. Or is it even the fourth one by now? To be honest with you, the only Hyrule Warriors that I really spent any amount of time with was the first one when it came out on Wii U. And that was because the Wii U as a console was starved of games, so I played games that I wouldn't usually play. Obviously, I'm a fan of Zelda. These graphics do look pretty nice. The response times and everything look great. I assume this is Switch 2 exclusive, rather than being on Switch 1 and Switch 2. Yeah. Like I say, I mean, obviously I'm a fan of Zelda, but these aren't real Zelda games, are they? I mean, if you want to get all the lore and learn everything about the story and everything, yes, I suppose that they fill in the gaps in between real games, but these are Warriors games, and they're a spin-off of the Dynasty Warriors series, then it's no real Nintendo franchise. It's Koei Tecmo, and I don't know. It's not that style of gameplay. Just never really did it for me, and adding Zelda characters doesn't really help. And for me, the plot in Zelda games can be important, but it's always very standalone. And for me, the kind of insistence on trying to expand Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom and fill in all the gaps in between, I prefer Zelda games having a self-contained story within the game, and the more open-ended games, like the more recent ones, are actually less heavy on plot, so I care even less. And even less, I care even less about Madden NFL. So let's keep talking about Zelda for a minute, because I feel like I was overly negative there. Sorry, this is a live reaction, and I'm not somebody who's going to hype something up just for the sake of views or whatever. I have to be genuine. I don't want to poop on what somebody else loves, and I'm sure there's many people who got really excited watching that trailer. But I did notice they didn't give a release date, did they? I mean, they didn't even confirm if it gets the physical release, but I'm sure it will. The question will it be like an official Nintendo release and have the full game on the cartridge, or will Nintendo ask Koei Tecmo to fit the bill, and Koei Tecmo decides to go with a game keycard? That would be very interesting. Madden 26, do you know what? Actually, as I was talking, I was looking at that going, the graphics there, on occasion, looked like real life. I could have squinted and thought that I was watching TV footage. I'm sorry, I don't know anything about American football, so I can't really comment on those games.
In this cozy fire building sim.
A fire building sim.
Arrange the pieces, then light them up. But if you don't
Wait, so this isn't like a camping game, like a cozy camp. No, it's literally you build a fire with firewood.
Let enough oxygen flow through and maintain
It's like a
amount of heat.
science experiment, or teaching kids survival skills? What?
Before tossing them in the flames. And when you want to create an even bigger fire, just blow on it.
You blow on it, right? Okay, so this is a Switch 2 exclusive, maybe, using the microphone.
Or set off fireworks to light up the sky.
This is such a bizarre idea.
In rainy or snowy conditions. But try mastering your campfire making skills first. With a compatible USB camera, you can enjoy each other's
That's
company
hilarious.
around the campfire.
Okay, I'm sold.
You might even strike up some interesting conversations.
That's crazy.
Relax and stay a while. When Chillin' by the Fire.
Chillin' by the
sparks to life
Fire.
on Nintendo Switch
Available
2.
later today. Stealth drop.
Today.
Stealth drop. Switch 2 exclusive stealth drop game of the year.
And small in
Do you know
these
what?
games.
I mean, that's a nice little idea. As long as the price is right, as long as it's, as long as it's cheap, I can imagine people having fun with that. Bros meeting up with their little USB camera.
Battle Royale.
Apex Legends. I'm not a Battle Royale person, but I know Apex is a game that a lot of people like. It's very popular, or at least it was very popular. Do people still play Apex? I don't know. Was Apex available on the Switch one? No, it says Switch 2.
August 5th, along with the new season, Showdown.
Switch 2 only. Okay. Oh, hello. Who's this cutie?
Her tiny familiar embarks on a grand
Who's this?
adventure
You're cute.
with your magical froggy
With a
backpack
froggy
and tub.
backpack. Yes, that's very smart. I like it very much.
Pull.
Kind of Stuart Little 2-esque vibes here. Old
Explore this
PS1
vast
game.
world and gather ingredients to create
That's
a
not an
pure
insult, by the way.
enchanted ally.
This looks cool.
Plus, up to 4 players can journey together
Some
in online
frame
co-op.
rate issues, but
A little mouse's
the graphics do look
magnificent
nice.
adventure begins when
Feels
Hela
Scandinavian.
launches
Yeah,
on Nintendo
yeah, Hela.
Switch 2 next year.
Hela. It's just about to say it feels
Explore a
Scandinavian.
galaxy full of opportunity.
okay, that was cool. I'd like to learn more about that. I like me some cute games, and I like me some 3D platformers, so I'll look more into that. Did we get a release date on Hela? If we did, I missed it. I'm choosing my words carefully. I'm thinking what to say. Star Wars Outlaws, because I've not played it personally myself. I've just heard so many people speak negatively about this game, but there's elements about it that I always thought looked cool, and I am a Star Wars fan. But I'm not really a modern Ubisoft sandbox open world game fan. I'm noticing they're being quite selective with what shots were being shown here. There's no yeah, they didn't have any shots of the main character walking around the actual outside areas and levels. It was mostly just cutscenes and close-ups and small rooms. Bold prediction, but I predict there's going to be some performance issues with that game. Still, September 4th release, that's coming soon, and it's good for people who want to play the game and have no other system to play it on. So this looks interesting. These are quite nice graphics. This looks kind of survival horror-esque. Resident Evil, Dead Space-ish. Looks like there's some interesting puzzles and some physics stuff going on. It's interesting. On the interference going on the screen there is... I wonder if there's a kind of psychological... like eternal darkness here. The time travel looks cool. Don't think much of the HUD. It's too clean for a game like this. Those look like standard fonts. Yeah. Like I said, kind of. I was getting eternal darkness vibes. There's some kind of psychological unhingedness. Eternal darkness-y. Nintendo GameCube fans will know. Oh, it's Blue Batum. Okay. Cronos. Yeah, Switch 2. Is that a Switch 2 system exclusive? If so, that's a get. But even if not, cool. Okay, so another Yakuza game. I've talked about Yakuza games on other videos. It's a series that I've got a lot of respect for, especially a lot of the heritage of these games coming from the Virtua Fighter series and the Shenmue games is stuff that I really like, but I haven't got into the Yakuza series too much myself, and there's so many of the games that I find them confusing. I get them mixed up with each other. I've not played Yakuza 0 on Switch 2, and looks like we're getting another one. The graphics do look nice though, don't they? Especially like all the neon colours with the reflections and the water. It's pretty cool. And yeah, one of the things that I do love about the Yakuza games is all the all the mini games that karaoke and golf, and often you can play arcade games. Classic games are hidden within it. To me, that kind of stuff is actually cooler than the stories themselves. So, Kiwami 2. Have we had Kiwami 1? Actually, wasn't
Yakuza Kiwami, the story that launched the epic series, is also launching on Switch 2 the same day.
Right.
Enhanced graphics, improved frame rates, and
yes. So yeah, I thought so. So Kiwami 1 was on Switch 1, and now Kiwami 2 is on Switch 2, but they're doing on the same day you can get an upgraded version. Okay, so this is a Sizzle reel. I see SHINOBI in there. I am absolutely looking forward to the new SHINOBI game. That was kind of cute, the little mascot. Goodnight Universe, November the 11th. I don't know what that is, but it looks interesting. Yeah, NBA Bounce. So a kind of arcadey game using the NBA mascots, is it? That's cool. Hello Kitty, that's definitely a bit of me. If it has a physical release and it's not too expensive, I'll probably end up buying that. Romancing Saga. I've heard of that. I know some people like it. SHINOBI, Art of Vengeance. Yes. Yes, please. Yes. Yes. Borderlands 4. I'm still very hesitant as to how that's going to be priced. We shall see. Mr. Randy Pitchford, if you're a real fan, you'll find a way to afford it. 2 more games. Please take a look. Please take a look usually means it's something special. You know, it's frustrating to me. It often seems to be the case that when they do those little sizzle reels where they just show stuff very quickly, that's often some of the games that I'm actually the most interested in. I could have talked about all of those games, but there wasn't enough time. So that's what the after show is for. If you're watching this clip, then subscribe and come back in a few hours for the full length video. But if you're listening to the full podcast, then we'll get onto that in a minute. I'm talking over this because from what I can see, this is another HD 2D. Is it a remake or an original title? The problem is for me is there's so many of these HD 2D games. Square Enix just keeps releasing them. It seems to be one every month or two. Although this one, I've got to say, this one does look more interesting. This is... Yeah, I think this... So it's real-time battles, so it's an action RPG-ish? It could even be kind of Zelda-y. Yeah, do you know what? This does look more interesting. It does look more interesting than many of the other titles do to me. But again, I'm not trying to rag on stuff that I know many people love those HD 2D remakes and JRPG stuff. Back when I was young, I used to play JRPGs all the time. It's just nowadays I don't have enough time. I don't have enough headspace either, really, to really dedicate myself to too many RPGs. So it's hard for me to get enthused. But this does look cool, and I may be wrong, but this does look like an original title to me, just using the kind of retro-ish style. Yeah, the puzzles and dungeons and stuff do look more Zelda than turn-based JRPG, random battle hell. Yeah, this is interesting. Maybe I'll look more into it. What is it? The Adventures of Elliot, the Millennium Tales. Yes, I've never heard of that. Never heard of that in all my retro game days. So I'm pretty sure that is an original game. So I'm going to have to look more into it. Demo available after this presentation. Nice. Okay. Maybe I'll give it a try then. It's interesting that it's coming out next year, but the demo's out now, and they want feedback. So the second and final game is another Square Enix game, and it's Octopath Traveler. I was wondering for a second, was it going to be the Final Fantasy VII remake game? No, it's another HD 2D game. And of course, Octopath Traveler, I think, was actually the first HD 2D game, or the one that kind of popularized the style. Certainly the first one that I remember, anyway. Yeah, I know these games are very popular, I know people like them, and if I had infinite amount of time, I would play them, and I'm sure I would like them too. I can't. Does look cool. There's a lot of variety of settings. Oh, and that is a beautiful shot, very cinematic. So we're finishing on 2 top-down kind of HD pixel RPGs. That's an interesting choice.
That's all for today's
No, one
Nintendo
last thing.
Direct
No,
Partner
okay.
Showcase.
Well, that was. I have a feeling some people will really love that partner direct. Other people will find it underwhelming. For me, there was a lot of games there, though, wasn't there? There was a lot of variety, but there was probably more than 20 games. I wish we'd have seen more of a lot of the games that were in the sizzle reel, but I'm gonna talk more about those afterwards because I thought there was maybe some interesting stuff to say about them. But yeah, not a bad presentation at all. Not a bad presentation at all. So I'm gonna go grab a coffee and regain my thoughts, regain my composure, and then we'll come back and discuss properly and really go into every game in detail. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed my live reaction there. As I said at the start, this is just a clip from the full podcast, or while that one uploads and processes. So if you want to hear my full thoughts on all of those games when not rushed and after thinking it all through after a coffee and maybe a bit of online research to make sure I haven't missed anything obvious, make sure to subscribe if you haven't already, and don't worry if you do come back to watch the full episode or listen to the full episode on Spotify maybe. There will be timestamps so you can skip the part that you've already listened to. Don't worry, I don't want to waste anybody's time. In the meantime, please do drop a like. It really does help me out. Thank you in advance, and I'd love if you left me a comment telling me what you thought of the presentation. What was your favourite game reveal? What are you most looking forward to? For me, it's definitely Pac-Man World 2. Re-Pac, that's for sure my highlight, but I'm a crazy retro head. But there are plenty of games in there that did look really cool, and I hope you'll join me in the full-length episode so we can really dive into those sizzle reel games that got kind of skipped over. A lot of cool stuff right there. Also, don't forget about joining our free members area and entering our free competition to win some cool Nintendo gacha toys. Linktree/daily switch to linktr.ee/daily switch 2. Thank you for watching, and I hope to catch you all right back here for the full episode as soon as it goes live. Later.